Hey everybody, welcome back to the Messy Keto Kitchen. Today we're talking about something very important. We're talking about electrolytes. Should you supplement with them? Yep, probably. So let's go into all of the science, all of the everything, and answer all the questions that you probably have. So the first question is always, what are electrolytes? Okay, so let's get sciencey for 2 seconds. We'll reel it back in, don't worry guys. So the 4 electrolytes that you're looking for: sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Okay, you've seen those as supplements before, so those are probably familiar names that you've heard of before. But what exactly does an electrolyte do? So electrolytes are chemicals that form electrically charged particles, so like ions, in your body fluids. So when mixed with fluid, mixed with water, it's going to create electrical impulses in your body that control muscle contractions, nerve impulses, all of that stuff. Very, very important. In a regular diet that you'd be eating every day, a lot of people are eating potatoes, bananas, all that kind of stuff, has potassium and it has a lot of the electrolytes that you need. When you start pulling those things out, starting a ketogenic diet, you're not eating potatoes anymore, you're not eating bananas, or you probably shouldn't be. You're gonna start feeling a lot of those electrolytes being pulled out of your system. You're gonna notice it. You're gonna get the keto flu. You've heard of it before. This is what it is. It is depletion of electrolytes in your system. You're constantly going to the bathroom a lot more. You notice that the first week of being on a ketogenic diet, you're losing a lot of weight, and most of it's water. When you're ridding yourself of all that water, all those electrolytes are going as well. So what does this mean? How do you supplement? How do you make sure that you avoid the keto flu altogether? Well, let's take another step back. Think about, have you ever heard of an athlete, somebody who's running a race, or maybe somebody who's lifting weights that's had some really, really bad electrolyte depletion? What does that look like? Well, it looks like somebody cramping up, getting dizzy, going through all of those lethargic feelings. That is electrolyte depletion. So how do we offset that? Well, I'm going to tell you. There's a couple different ways. You can get electrolytes, like I said, throughout the foods that you're eating. I already told you bananas and potatoes are pretty much off limits when it comes to a ketogenic diet, but there's other things out there that have it in there. So coconut water. A lot of people like coconut water. That would be a very, very good source of your electrolytes. Making sure that you're adding table salt or your pink Himalayan salt to your food, that would help with electrolytes. Avocados, same thing like I said before, that would absolutely add into your electrolytes. However, you have to make sure that you're balancing and getting all of the electrolytes. Simply taking salt tablets or just adding salt to everything isn't going to do it. You need to supplement well to where everything is meshing together. Doing one or the other rather than all of them is going to cause you to still feel like garbage. When you sweat, when you are, any exercise whatsoever, whether it's rigorous or not, you're sweating throughout the day. The majority of your sweat is comprised of sodium. So if you were just to take a salt tablet or something like that, hoping that that's going to do it, maybe you're just adding salt to all of your food and you think that's going to do it, it'll help, but you're going to deplete that a lot faster. If you have all 4 of the electrolytes together, it's going to be much more sustainable. You're going to get a lot more balanced energy, and you could actually avoid the keto flu altogether by just supplementing with all 4. So we said you can do it with food, but there's also other options out there. There's a ton of electrolyte supplements on the market now. It's been out there for a long time, and now with the ketogenic diet gaining as much volume as it has, it has become an even bigger topic out there. You see a ton of supplements out there for electrolytes. As a matter of fact, Dean and I have opened a lot of the keto boxes, the keto crates and stuff, and there's almost always an electrolyte supplement. So I can speak pretty well to this, and I can tell you, we've probably tried 7 or 8 different electrolyte supplements, and some of them are a little hard to stomach. Well, not stomach, just the taste of them is just not that great. That being said, they still do the job. There's so many out there, it's all based on your preference. The ones that I can speak to that I love, that I can tell you they work very, very well, they taste good, it doesn't feel like miserable and you just have to chug it down while plugging your nose, the Vega Hydrator. So this one is the one I started off with when I first started keto. I knew I needed something to get through the keto flu. And my keto flu lasted less than a day. All I got out of it was a bad headache. That was it. And I think it was because I was supplementing well. A lot of people will go through it for like a week, sometimes 2 weeks, and it's because they did not supplement, they didn't get electrolytes back in their body. My number 1 pick is always going to be ZipFizz. So I got 3 flavors here. I don't work for ZipFizz, just so we're clear. I just love it. I think they are the absolute best. So they come in, and I think they have like 15 different flavors now. They're available on Amazon, and they're also available at Costco. I'm pretty sure a lot of other stores are starting to carry them now as well. But one of the things I like about ZipFizz, you already have them individually packaged, but on top of that, like I said, so many different flavors. It's very versatile and it's very full flavored. Some of the other electrolyte supplements I tried were pretty much just, you were very aware that you were drinking a supplement, a salty, supplement, and it just really wasn't appealing. I like to have something that's very tasty that I know I'm going to remember to drink because it tastes good, and that's where ZipFizz comes in. It's so versatile too. One of the things I've done with ZipFizz, my favorite is to do it with the orange flavored one. Like I said, there's like 12 to 15 different flavors, but if you go to Costco, this is I think it's a 30 pack or something like that. These are the 3 flavors that it comes in. But if you take an orange one, you put it over some ice, add the water in there, and then add a little bit of heavy cream, it's kind of like having an Italian soda. And if you've never had an Italian soda, you should try it. It kind of tastes like an orange creamsicle Italian soda. So an easy way to get your electrolytes, a tasty way, and it's pretty inexpensive. Again, now, not everybody wants to spend money to get electrolyte supplements, and that's okay. You don't have to. I like this because it has all of the electrolytes that I need in it. I have all 4 of them in there. Actually, bicarbonate would technically be considered one as well, but that's another story for another day. But it has everything that I need in there. However, not everybody wants to spend the money on that. Totally understandable. So you could supplement. Remember I talked about potassium, calcium, and magnesium. You'll see those in the grocery aisle at almost, in every store. They carry the supplements. You can go to GNC, you could go to Vitamin Shop. Any of those supplements would be available. The downside of it would be that you're having to buy them individually and having to choke down several pills a day individually. Again, it's all about what works for you and how you can supplement properly. In the end of the day, if you're trying to A, avoid the keto flu, and B, just make sure that you're keeping your body running optimally, you need to have electrolyte supplementation one way or the other. On a ketogenic diet, because we are minimizing a lot of those foods that have that in there already, you want to make sure you're doing it on a regular basis. Like I said, adding salt to your foods is one piece of the equation, one part of the puzzle. You need to have all of the other ones in there as well. On a day-to-day basis, I would say, because everybody asks about the dosing of it, how much do you actually need? And I think that just depends on the person. You know when you feel good, you know when you don't feel good. The goal is to have enough in your system to where you don't feel bad at all. It's not like you're waiting until you feel like crap and then supplementing with the electrolytes. Get ahead of it, keep your body running optimally. So I would tell you to put this to the test when you're deciding how the dosage should be for yourself. Do you wake up feeling crappy in the morning? Do you go through the day and just feel very lethargic? A lot of times that's because your body has been deprived of good electrolyte supplementation. When this happens, your body starts to shut down little pieces of its operations. Like I said, the electrolytes are helping create those muscle contractions and nerve impulses, and without it, it's going to go into kind of like a power saver mode, like your phone does or your tablet does, okay? When you're supplementing with these, you'll notice much more energy. So what I would recommend, let's say I'm using my ZipFizz because that's my favorite, I already told you that. For me, I usually use 1, maybe 2 ZipFizzes a day. I'm 175 pounds, okay? I'm 5'8", so do with that what you will. Everybody's different. I'm a woman. Maybe it's different for guys too. But for me, I know minimum of these is 1 per day to make me feel like I'm on the level. Sometimes 2, and more often than not when I'm having that second one, it's just because I really enjoy the taste so much. It's up to you. But I would say do it before you start to feel bad. It is just another tool. Any supplement is just a good tool to help keeping your body running optimally. So why wouldn't you do it? Again, my recommendation is to do the ones that you can buy at the store. The Vega Hydrator, I believe, I know it's available at some of the health shops. I bought this off of Amazon. The flavor on this one's, it's good. It's not my favorite, but it actually does the trick and it works very quickly. Again, ZipFizz always wins. But go get yourself a good electrolyte supplement and then tell me how you feel. Tell me if you find that you're sleeping a little bit better at night. I do recommend not taking the ZipFizz right before you go to bed though, because I think it does have caffeine in it. So it's supposed to give you energy, and good electrolyte supplementation will give you energy. So when you're planning your doses, make sure you're doing them early enough in the day, kind of like a cup of coffee. Make sure you're doing them early enough in the day that you're getting that the energy from it, that you're getting the benefits from it, but it's not going to keep you up at night. Anyway, I know that was kind of short and sweet, but I hope that answers any questions you've had about electrolytes. If you have any more questions, you guys know I am all about responding to you. Comment below, ask your questions, make your comments, tell me what your favorite electrolyte supplement is, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.